So what I like more than anything is portability. Portability gives me creative access to do what I want, when I want, how I want, where I want. Yeah, a lot of wants there. So what I have here currently is a new light from NEEWER. This is the FS60B Bi-Color LED video light. What makes this light special, according to NEEWER, is that it is now portable, powerful. It offers up to 60 watts worth of light output, and this caught my attention. Now, though they did send this to me, this review is going to be completely unbiased. Take what you want out of it, and I'll be quite transparent. 99% of the stuff that I own in my studio are actually made by NEEWER, from the soft boxes that I'm using to light up this current video to all of my little accessories, tools here, my cables, connections, batteries. I have a lot of NEEWER stuff. So it's basically a conversation that I've been waiting for a long time to happen, and it finally happened. So send me what you got, because I'm already using your stuff anyway, and I've already gave you guys a lot of my money. I'm excited to mess with this light. I love portability. Portability enables me to do less cabling, less finagling, and just makes things a little bit easier. So let's open up this box and see what's in there. And as you all can tell, sticker still on it. This is actually my first time opening this box, so let's see what's in the content. Now, I'm not doing no top-down video thing. I rather just unbox it for you guys in real time, and let's see it all together. So with anything, here's a manual. Who reads the manual, right? Well, I usually do, but later on. More manuals. Ooh, look how nice everything is wrapped. Okay, so a little diffuser. The power supply. Wow, power supply is pretty small compared to my chonky ones that I've been using for the other lights. And what we have here is a dish. Okay, so I'm assuming this goes with this, and my assumptions were correct. Huh, this is a really small dish. Interesting. And we have the other half to the power supply. And here is the item itself, but I'm gonna wait on that. I always check the box thoroughly to make sure I didn't miss anything. Here is the moment of truth. Oh my God, look at this thing. Holy crap, look how tiny this is. This is the light that they are getting behind. Now I'm excited to see how it all connects together. Is it magnetic? No, it's not. Oh, okay. Okay. This is the complete size of the light. I'm going to give you all a better look at this. Let's get the box out of the way. Yeesh. Okay. I'll fix that later. But look how small and compact this light is. This is crazy. Judging from a face value and not going off of the manual at all, this light has a DC 20 volt connection. This has a USB-C connection, and the control knobs are back here. But you know what? Let me bring it up close so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Look how compact this thing is. Let's take off the beauty dish just so you guys can have a better understanding of how compact this thing is. This is the light in itself. It's pretty light too. It feels mostly like it's made of plastic with only a little bit of metal here and there. This is my cell phone. When you put them side by side, my cell phone is actually a bit taller, but the light is a little bit thicker. But my cell phone's actually heavier than this light. So this is pretty exciting. I've always been looking for compact lighting solutions. This is something that I'm gonna be looking forward to using. As with any lights, it comes with your standard threads, so you can basically mount this up on any kind of mount that can fit into it. The diffuser is pretty easy to put on. It's not magnetic, but it's just twist and go. And under here, we actually have a USB-C connection and a DC 20 volt connection. And the control knobs are back here. Do your little settings from here. And I was also told that you can actually get right on the app and control it. The only downside that I can see immediately right off the bat is this diffuser seems to be very specific to this light, meaning I'm gonna have a little bit of a problem connecting some of my other soft boxes, as you can see back here. Oh man, I gotta blow the dust off this. This is one of your standard Bowens mount diffusers. This is the one that NEEWER sent over. So when you compare these, the sizes are completely different. That's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, but nothing that we can't overcome, because again, portability here is key. The idea is to be able to use this without having to worry about a lot of gear. Let's put this to the test and see what we can get out of it. Stay tuned. All right, we're gonna lose the jacket because it is super hot. What I have here is a portable AC outlet that is powered by my Ryobi battery. If you don't have one of these things, you gotta go get yourself one. It's extremely convenient. It allows you to hook up basically anything with an AC connection to it. I'm gonna fire this thing on. We're gonna see how bright it gets with just the power supply. And I find things like this very exciting because again, it gives you a lot more options when it comes to lighting. Having the option to have a portable light excites me because that means less finagling, just less baggage in there in general. So what I'm gonna end up doing is seeing how bright I can get this thing with just the AC adapter. So let's plug this right in, push this power button. Woo, look at that. Whoa, look at that lens flare. This is at 50%. Let's put it all the way to maximum output. Oh, this thing gets bright. It is actually lighting up a huge section of my studio right now. So we're gonna put this all the way down to minimum. I like how easy it is to control the knob. It's actually nice and smooth. It rotates very well. Because it's a bi-color light, you're supposed to be able to make it warm or very cool. This is all the way down to 2700. I am getting a nice warm light. And if we jack it all the way up, now we're getting a cool light. And again, the knob's pretty easy to twist. So warm light, cool light. And if you can hear that, that's the little fan going off. And it actually is pretty quiet at maximum output right now. Look how cool that is, just being able to adjust your lights like that. We were able to test that via AC. Let's see how bright this thing gets when you just hook up a USB connection to it. Luckily, I have a little bit of everything on standby. So we are gonna hook a USB cable directly to it and see how it performs. The moment of truth. Whoa, okay. So right off the bat, it failed the connection. I think there's not enough power. Let me try this doing another method. All right, sorry for the technical difficulty there. I was actually trying to figure out why this thing wouldn't power up. And I connected a USB-C to USB-C cable to it. It still wasn't turning on. I used the USB-C to USB-A cable. Still wasn't turning on. Now this is a 100-watt power adapter that has a USB-C connection to it that I use for my laptop. And that was the only way I can get this thing to fire up. So a little bit disappointing. I was hoping that I can connect it even at a lower output. It's good to still have both options in case you don't have the standard power supply available. And even with a USB-C brick hooked up to it, you can still get the maximum brightness out of it. I have it at 100 right now. I'm switching between warm to cool, and it's still operating pretty good. So having both the AC adapter and the USB-C connection just gives you more variety, gives you more options. I like it. I can't really complain about it. So now for the real test, I'm going to be seeing if I can light myself up using just this single point of light. I'm going to be testing the app out as well, just to see if I can remotely control it without running into too many hiccups. All right, so now the light is up, and one of the first things I will point out is that unlike most standard lights, this one is very limited when it comes to adjustments, because to give you guys a little bit more insight, this is my Amaran 150C, and here you have an adjustable mount. So you are able to pivot the light in many general directions. You can tilt it downwards, you can tilt it upwards, and just have a little bit more flexibility. This light is literally, you just screw it right on and you're kind of stuck with it. So unless you buy an additional mount that gives you a little bit more options to turn your light around, you're kind of stuck with what you have. But if you have a C-stand such as I do, you can actually make that adjustment pretty quickly. To make an adjustment on your C-stand, you would just have to simply point the light up, tilt it down a little bit, get it at an angle, voila. Nothing that a C-stand or an additional mount cannot fix. Nothing you can't buy to tack onto this, but I really wish Neewer would have just included it in the package. With that out of the way, let's move on to the next piece. All right, now we are back to the setup. So what I'm gonna do is slowly shut off every single light one at a time, starting with the overhead light. Let's shut off the beauty mirror too, and then we're gonna shut off the big one. Wonderful. Okay, so now all I have is the Neewer light. And now we're gonna go into the app. Wow, and look at that. We now have a single lighting source. Things are a little bit moody right now because it's pitch black in here, but this is one of the many looks that you can get out of it. This thing comes with different effects. Oh my God, that is a lightning effect. We have Proprietary. We have a defective bulb, which usually is a flicker. You can set the speed of it too. This is an explosion setting. So again, more options, welding. If you want that flicker here, sorry if you guys are sensitive to this, I'll change it right now. We have a CCT flash mode. We have a CCT pulse, a candle light, which is standard for a lot of lights. So it's nice to see that this is built into it. We can do a CCT loop, which basically looks like it's cycling between the color temperatures. We could do an INT loop, which is the intensity loop. Basically, you can adjust the intensity of the light if you are into that thing. You want the TV screen look. This is an option too. Say you want to make something moody. Fireworks, basically nice little flickers, gives you more options. Again, lightning, back to the original setting. That's just a quick run through of the different modes directly from the light. Depending on what it is you're trying to shoot, you just got options. So far, I like it. I think this is a very handy light. I'm probably going to be using this as a daily driver because I like portability, because again, like I stress, these are the type of lights that I'm used to carrying with me all the time compared to the compactness of this newer light. And to provide even more context, look at the size of these power bricks that I have to carry with me along with these lights. All right, let me put this back while I yap. Yeah, having something like this newer gives you a lot more portability options. It does have its shortcomings. Like I said, it doesn't have a Bowens mount, so you're stuck to whatever their ecosystem is when it comes to your different diffusers and your different softboxes and just different mounts that you could put on it. You are stuck with giving it a power supply that gives a little bit more high output, but hey, at least you have an AC adapter option and you have a USB-C options. I will be messing with this light a lot more. I find it extremely convenient if you just want something compact, something light that you can pack with you. It's going into my collection of newer products that I use on a daily basis, and I'm excited to shoot with it more. And if you're interested in this light, I'll be putting the links down below so you can get directly to it. With that being said, get to shooting. Peace, yo.